Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina in Lake Taneycomo. Going to do one cast today. It's 14th of May. This is Tuesday. I boated up here about halfway between Lookout and the Narrows on the shallow side, and I'm throwing a number 12 yellow stimulator, which is a dry fly. And I'm throwing it over here on the shallow side. This is a total experiment on my part. There's been a lot of mayflies hatching, and I really haven't seen much come up on the surface, but I'm still going to try it. I'm going to fish this all the way down past the Narrows, and I'm fishing the shallow side because the bluff side's just too rough. Too many eddies, too much current. It's where I normally would throw it dry, but the water has been up enough and long enough where there should be a lot of fish, or some fish, along this bank up in the shallow water. But throwing it dry is not that easy with this much water running, because there's different, how do you say it? The water out here is moving faster than the water up against the bank, and it tends to take your line and do a lot of things that you don't want it to do when you're throwing it dry, like pull your line around and pull it dry, skate it across the surface when you don't want it to. There's a lot of midges bouncing around on the surface just out in front of me. I have not seen any mayflies. Usually that's a morning evening thing, but we have a cookout tonight, staff cookout over Jimmy and Megan's. Tomorrow is our 36th anniversary at the resort. And we've got some new folk working for us, Nathan, Moncherie, so we're going to have a little party welcoming them at the same time, just kind of celebrate our anniversary, I guess. So I won't be fishing this evening. I talked to Jeremy Hunt. He's been fishing down on the White River, and White River is kind of a different animal. They have a lot more natural hatches, bugs down there. Kind of jealous, but not sure why. I don't know what their water temperature is right now. But they have a caddis hatch going on right now that's kind of world famous, and excuse me, he's catching a lot of fish, a lot of nice browns on caddis nymphs, not dries. Well, I haven't seen any rises, and nothing on my dry. The other thing I have to battle on the other side is that foam from the floodgates. They're still running the same water. Yeah. Oh, there's a mayfly. Just landed on the water there. Every once in a while you'll have a fish come up and take something off the surface, and Could be in the middle of the lake or something really random. Typically, dry fly fishing is not that great on Taneycomo. There have been times during a cicada hatch or a real good hopper year or something triggers that the fish to start looking up and taking a lot of things off the surface. Usually it happens in, well, the cicada hatches in May and June. The hoppers aren't till July, August, September, October. Now the water starts really getting shallow right in here. I think that's going to be our best chance of catching something. The shallower water, the closer the fish are to the surface, we're apt to see something. Come up and take it. Now if the water was off, I'd be throwing up in dry gravel. But the water's been up there so long. Fish are, I'm sure, up there. Probably even up in those trees. Get a little closer. Dry fly fishing is probably the most popular in fly fishing because you're actually, you're kind of targeting fish. You might see them, throw a dry at them, and you can see the bite, see the fish come up and take it off the surface. It's kind of exciting. You don't feel the bite, you see the bite. I like to, depending on the situation, but I'm casting, recasting a lot. Like my line right now is bowed, starting to drag the fly, so I got to reposition. Or a lot of times the splash or the landing of the fly triggers a bite because they see it land and think, oh, there's a bug. Okay, I'm just about down to where I'm going to quit. There is some dead water back here. I might throw in for a second, but we get down to this rock bank. It's too fast and deep, and I don't want to mess with it. And here comes the wind. Pushing me right into You can fly fish. You can throw a dry for bluegill and bass, and some guys like to throw mice and frogs patterns. I'm really getting a lot of dragging, and when it drags your fly under water. You gotta false cast a couple times, dry it off. I'm just about out of battery on this trolling motor because I forgot to plug it in last night. Yeah, I'm about done. See, I can't even pull myself out. Can't position the boat so the camera can see what I'm doing, because I'm going full speed right now. Well, I didn't have high hopes to catch anything, but that's what experimenting is for. You get out and try some things that you hadn't tried yet, and they may work. You just never know. I'll just let you come along with me. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.